Have you heard about the Black Delilah? This happened in January of 1947 when 22-year-old Elizabeth Short's body was found in Los Angeles, California. The woman that found her was walking her dog and thought she'd came across a mannequin, but soon realised she'd found a body. Elizabeth, or as you may know her, the Black Delilah, had moved to Los Angeles from Boston with the hopes of becoming a film actress. Elizabeth was often seen in Hollywood social circles and nightclubs, hoping to catch a break. She was described as lively and ambitious by everyone that knew her. When she was found, she was horribly mutilated. Her belly had been cut open with surgical precision. Her face had scratches all over it and deep cuts, and particularly one cut that went from here and here and is also known as a Glasgow smile. Her cuts and injuries had all been done with surgical precision. Her body was naked, she had no clothes on, and she had been meticulously washed free of any blood. They also found there was no blood around her or at the crime scene at all, so they assumed that she'd been murdered elsewhere and moved there after her murder. Her body was posed in a degrading position, and she was left open for somebody to find her. Photographers struggled to photograph her because of how grim the scene was, and they all describe her as her eyes being fixed to the sky. The Los Angeles Police Department interviewed hundreds of suspects, but nobody was ever charged for the murder. They also had some weirdo freak claim that they had committed the murder and sent a letter to the police station, but this then turned out to be a hoax. Nobody has ever been charged with the murder of Elizabeth Short, but there have been lots of theories of who it could have been. Dr. George Hodel is one of the most talked about suspects in this case and was a physician in Los Angeles area. Decades after the murder, his own son, who was a retired LAPD detective, investigated his dad and found photographs, notes, and other sorts of circumstantial evidence that pointed towards his dad being the suspect. Hodel was wiretapped by police at the time, and they found him saying some very suspicious and almost incriminating things. Some people determine these things as confession-like statements. While the investigation was ongoing, Hodel died, and so he was never charged, and nobody has ever been charged or linked to this crime.